Hey everyone, Ken from 15, and I'm here with crazy news. So anyways, if you've all been introduced to my channel, you know that as long as women reviews, I do sports. I talk about the Angels, the Bears, and the Clippers. Three of my favorite teams in three of the different major sports. I haven't talked about the Angels as much because they aren't doing so well. But I will make a video regarding the sad, tragic death of Tyler Skaggs. I'll get to that. I'll get to that probably tomorrow and record a video and put that up on YouTube to give my thoughts about that. Now look, I love my Bears. I love my Bears. They surprised me last season. I'll get to the Bears when the season starts to come around. But now it's time to talk NBA basketball. The reason why I've been quiet for so long is the fact that now, Clipper fans, wherever you are, you can rejoice. You can stand up because, oh my goodness, I think the Clippers pulled one of the biggest heists in NBA history. They pulled the rug right out under those crummy purple and gold Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a Clipper fan. With all due respect to the Lakers, all I gotta say is this: suck it. He was never gonna come to your team because he was not gonna join LeBron. For the past couple of days, Clipper fans alike, like me and many others, had to hear utter nonsense from the media saying, oh, it's a done deal. Kawhi's going to the Lakers. It's a done deal. I'm looking at you, Chris Broussard, and many other people that said it was a done deal. He's going to the Lakers. Look what happened. Look what happened. Nearly 31 minutes ago from this direct time, Kawhi Leonard signs with the Clippers, as well as Paul George going to the Clippers. Now, I'm getting into the trade details. Now, at first, when I heard the news, I was just basically using the restroom, and then I saw that alert come on my phone, and I was losing my mind. But the only thing I had to know was, what did we give up? Because we had to trade for Paul George. So, from Adrian Wojnarowski, he's put out in his tweet saying the Clippers are sending the Thunder 4 unprotected first-round picks, 1 protected first-round pick, and 2 pick swaps. And that goes along with Danilo Gallinari and, sadly, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The reason why I say sadly about Shai is because Shai last year was one of the reasons why we were actually a really good team. He was a phenomenal point guard for this team, and he was arguably going to be possibly one of a really good future Clipper point guard. Now he's not going to be with the Clippers, and yeah, it's a bummer that we had to trade him away, but if it was to get Paul George, I'm sorry, you have to make that deal. After listening to this, I'm shocked that, geez, this happened. And for a second, I'm texting my friend right now because of the crazy news. This just broke literally the world. And if another earthquake were to happen, since I live in Cali and we've been having earthquakes the last 2 days, there should be another one for this groundbreaking move. Now, there was always speculation when Kawhi was going to make his decision. I figured he would do it sometime after the 4th of July week, after 4th of July. There was people around saying, like Chris Carter, who's been reporting heavily on this with the Kawhi watch, saying there's no way he makes a decision today. Technically, it's still Friday, and he made it tonight. And he probably made it the moment the Clippers told him that they were trading for Paul George. And the deal for Paul George is a done deal. And that's when he signed. I can't believe this happened. I can't believe this happened. Because there was also rumors that Kawhi would only come to the Clippers if the Clippers got a second star to pair with him. Paul George? Yes, that's a good enough star. Now, like I said earlier, it feels like the Clippers gave up a lot for Paul George. They gave up a lot of first-round picks. But at the end of the day, the question is this: is it worth it? Because you got Laker fans saying about the AD trade, oh, it was worth it to trade all our trade the future for us. So basically, the Clippers and the Lakers collectively, for really one dude equally, Lakers AD and the Clippers for Kawhi. And in essence, they traded their future for these guys because they feel like they can win now. And look, you can call me biased because I'm a Clipper fan, but I feel definitely like the Clippers can and will win a title at one point. And I see it wholeheartedly, they will win. They have a good enough team constructed around them. When you look at it, they have, oh my goodness, Kawhi Leonard, one of the best defenders. Paul George, one of the best defenders. Patrick Beverley, one of the best defenders. Now, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was a really good defender too. And like I said, I'm going to miss Shai. I'm going to miss Shai. But at the end of the day, sometimes you got, as an organization, if you know you have confidence to win, go to a final, and you have to trade for a star player, sometimes you have to trade away future pieces for a star player to win now. And I fully believe the Clippers are in that mentality of win now. They saw last year what they did. They knew they're only one star away from being title contenders. And now the fact that the Warriors, they're not down and out, but they are just, they're still going to be a pretty good team, but they're not what they used to be now. Because of Klay Thompson getting hurt in the finals, and also Kevin Durant moving on to the Nets. This move not only shakes the NBA, not only changes the NBA. I really thought when Kevin Durant left Golden State, that changed the NBA. And it had it for the time where now Kawhi is the main man. And that's why I was saying, for the Laker fans who thought Kawhi was coming to you guys, it wasn't going to happen. It would make no sense that Kawhi would play with LeBron. Why would you be second or third fiddle to LeBron for no reason, when he's going to get all the credit? And if you do something bad, you're the one that gets criticized. It's been a common trope for LeBron teams. If you have a problem with that, I don't care. It's been that idea. And that's been that mentality of every LeBron team. When LeBron can't get it done himself, he always finds a scapegoat and someone to blame. And you may call me, oh, you're sounding like Skip Bayless right now. I don't care. That's the truth. And you can say I don't like LeBron, whatever. I don't care. Now, from the record, I'm happy about this. We gave a lot to get Paul George, yes. But at the same time, you should need to put yourself in their shoes. Would you make that deal? If the Thunder are willingly going to just give you Paul George, boom. Yeah, no one, you would do that deal. You cannot lie to me, you would not do that deal. The Lakers traded away their entire future for that. And plus, when I look at the Lakers compared to the Clippers can last longer than what the Lakers will. LeBron's aging. He's going to age at some point. And eventually LeBron might dip the Lakers like he might dip another team and leave AD to strangle. Which means AD will be by himself like he was in New Orleans. And guess what is going to happen to AD? He's going to be in the same situation he was when he was back in New Orleans. A big star player surrounded with a bunch of role players, not going anywhere. And then, anyways, the ESPN deal for I got a message from ESPN saying Kawhi gets a max deal of 4 years, $142 million, and that's what he signed with the Clippers. That's what he signed. This is a groundbreaking move that shakes the NBA. And when I mean shakes the NBA, it's the Clippers are putting the NBA on notice, saying, look, this is our time. This is our window to get to a championship. And if the Clippers win a championship this year, people are going to probably not credit the Clippers because the Warriors were barely injured and stuff like that. The Nets didn't have Kevin Durant for the season. But I think this. If the Clippers win the NBA Finals this year, and they beat the Lakers to get to it, those will be the two biggest moments in Clipper history. Ralph Lawler said it best. He sees this team winning titles in the future. And I see this team winning titles as well. And guess what? Kawhi Leonard's back at home. And I think I need to go get me not only a Kawhi Leonard jersey, but a Paul George jersey too. This put the NBA on notice. This puts the NBA on notice. Sometimes you gotta risk the biscuit. Sometimes you gotta risk your future. And if you feel that confident you can win a title, you can win it. The Clippers could be the next dynasty. Think about that. The Clippers can be the next dynasty. Well, a team that can win 2 titles, or maybe even possibly more, with this Paul George, Kawhi Leonard core. Along with them. You just can't think about Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. You gotta think about other people, like Montrezl Harrell, Patrick Beverley, who's a great defender. And for all the people that said, you should have never traded away Blake Griffin. You should have never let Chris Paul walk. Look at them now. Where are they? Chris Paul is playing on a freaking Houston team that's literally wanting to get rid of everybody. And guess what? He's not in no better place because apparently he's feuding with James Harden. He's probably leaving the Clippers like, in less than 2 years, they let me go. And they're literally legit title contenders. Even more title contenders than those Houston Rockets. Blake Griffin. I loved Blake, and I hated the trade when it first happened. But now, if we still had Blake, this doesn't happen. This doesn't happen, frankly. So Blake can be all mad at the Clippers and stuff like that, and every time he plays the Clippers, boom, 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 he can be upset and go off for how many points he wants because he wants to take it out on the Clippers to show that he should have never been traded. Well, guess what, Blake Griffin? The Clippers just got the last laugh. And if they get a title because of it, they'll think, one of the best moves they'll think is this. And if the Clippers win a title next year or even the year after, if they win a title, they're going to go back to what happened with Chris Paul when they traded him to the Rockets. When they got Montrezl Harrell, Lou Williams, and Patrick Beverley in that deal. And now it's looking like the Rockets just got fleeced by the Clippers only 2 years ago. You know the Rockets are kicking themselves in the foot. You're like, why did we pull the trigger? And can I just give a round of applause for Jerry West? Thank you, Jerry West. Thank you. And Jerry West is doing it again. Jerry West is literally, after going to the Clippers and making this deal, he's literally giving the FU and middle flipping off the Lakers organization right then and there. He's literally telling them to F the hell off. He's like, and I was saying, even though people do say, oh, despite whatever the Clippers do, it's still gonna be Laker town. You're right, it's gonna be Laker town. And you know what? It is gonna be Laker town. And I live from this standpoint. The Lakers can have their 16 titles. They can have their great players in LeBron and AD. They can take them. They can have them. They can have all the glitz and glamour. They can have a majority of the city being Laker fans. But don't deny the fact that there's Clipper fans out in LA still. There's Clipper fans around in California who still support the Clippers and everything they do. I'm one of those guys that supports the Clippers. And there's many other people that are Clipper fans that support these dudes. I live it from the standpoint. The Lakers can have all these things. They can be majority Laker town. But guess what? It's like the banner said last year for the Clippers. They're going to do it their way. And I'm saying it like this. The Lakers can go do it their way and, you know, worry about history and glitz and glamour and Hollywood. While the Clippers can be the blue-collar team that just works hard, works their asses off to prove to other people that they're not a pushover team, that they're respected, that they need to be respected. And you know what? They're going to do it their way. They're going to do it their way. Folks, Clipper fans haven't been this happy since we got Chris Paul. We haven't been this happy since we had Chris Paul. And to be perfectly honest, I think this team can go farther than that team did. And that team was great. Don't deny that. That Clippers team back then, with Paul George, DeAndre Jordan, Blake Griffin, that core team was great. That core team was great. Now, I think this team eats over that team in a heartbeat. And the one reason is, this team plays together. They have heart together. And if that doesn't, and I guarantee you that's one of the things that Kawhi was turned down with Kawhi Leonard. And Paul George will feel the same exact way. He wanted to deal with the controversy of Russell Westbrook and stuff like that. Who have players around him that will be there and support him when the time needs. And the fact that you got Doc Rivers as a head coach. You know the defense. I'm not going to say it's not going to be locked down all the time. But I guarantee you this will be one of the top 10 NBA defenses in the league. This Clippers team will be top 10, if not top 5 by the year's over. This team is legit title contenders, folks. And you can't deny that. You can't deny that. Literally, they are title contenders. And they are a scary team. And I'm not saying that as a Clipper fan, they're scary. In general, the entire NBA, they're a scary team. With what you saw last year, now with this, I don't know if I would want to play the Clippers. Now, this totally changes the landslide of the NBA. This totally changes. This obviously heightens the Clippers' chances and odds to win a title. And I still have yet to watch SportsCenter, and I'm going to be watching SportsCenter takes all night. It is 11. The news literally broke at like 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Which means I don't even know Eastern Coast people understand what's happening because they're asleep. Also, I just want to know what LeBron was thinking when he found out the news. He's probably crying, and he's probably going to give the excuse that he needs more help. But you know what? The Clippers can go say this, F off, LeBron. We got our guy. You got your guy. It's going to be a fun time in LA, ladies and gents. It's going to be a fun time. And the fact that the Clippers can win their first title, I can't believe it's actually happening. It might actually happen. Now, I'm not guaranteeing the Clippers to win an NBA title, but I can see them getting to the finals and winning it all. Especially next year. With a wide open... Not really wide open. The West is still going to be tough. But after Kevin Durant left the West, it literally made it wide open. And the funny thing is, it's like LeBron and Kevin Durant just slipped roles. LeBron's now in the West, Kevin Durant's in the East. Now, could you say we could possibly get Clippers Nets finals? We might. it's going to be a tough road for the Clippers because now, after making this news, teams are still not going to back down. Like with the whole Lakers LeBron stuff. They ain't backing down before. So the Clippers can't back down now. They got to go out there, prove it every day that they need to earn, that they deserve to be in the finals. And that's what the same way. Now it comes down to the front office did its job. Now it comes down to the players to do theirs. And that's to bring home a title. Like I said, does it suck to lose Shea? Yes, it does. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to pull the trigger on that. It sucks that we gave up all those first-round picks. And Shea. Now, Gallinari, I could care less about Gallinari. Gallinari, I was probably really honestly done. Because when it came to the playoffs, Gallinari literally did nothing for us in the playoffs. Not a very effective playoff. And you hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if I'm the Warriors, I'm shaking in my boots. If I'm the Lakers, yeah, you may have LeBron and AD, but I'm shaking in my boots. Now the Lakers have to go find a way to build a team, a freaking depth around their team, which personally I think they're gonna sign a few players. They just now signed Danny Green, so Danny Green wants to go be another LeBron trader or LeBron apologist and stuff like that. We already have enough of them on media and stuff like that. So guess what? It's gonna this NBA year is gonna be huge. There's gonna be, and for once, we will have a very, and I mean very competitive league. No more super teams this year. Nothing. There will be not every team, but some of the contenders of teams will have at least 2 superstar players on their team. There's no 3-team superstars, and I wanted that. I'm tired of these sicko super teams that are literally some of the most unbeatable teams to think. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't want Kawhi going to the Lakers, because I would have been done with the NBA and I would have never watched it. Now they piqued my interest. The NBA piqued my interest. The league has changed, and I think it's changing for the better. There is now competitiveness amongst the league. There's parity amongst the league. This season will be, and will most likely go down as one of the most interesting seasons to watch NBA basketball. And it's a damn shame I have to go back home to Connecticut. But I know this. When I come back, I'm going to go to a Clipper game. I don't know how. I don't know when. Winter break, I'm going to see a Clipper game. And I'm going to see a Clipper game. I'm doing that. Because you know what? I want to see this. I've only seen one game when Chris Paul was here. I definitely want to see a Clipper game now. The prices are probably going to be the prices are going to be probably expensive, more expensive now. Because now they got Kawhi and Paul George. But you know what? I don't care. Give me my money. Or take my money. I'll pay to watch this team. I'll pay to watch this team. And my goodness. If there's somehow a chance they can go to the finals, I would love to go to an NBA Finals game in the Staples Center. So, yeah. And one more thing. You know Russ is upset at the Thunder organization that they traded his guy, Paul George. This literally changes everything. This changes everything. Folks, it's going to be a fun year. It's going to be a fun year for Clipper fans alike. And I'm one of them. So if you're a Clipper fan, comment on the video. Like the video. Subscribe if you feel like it. If you want to get more Clipper content. Now all we got to do, now in my opinion, I think the West is still going to be tough. You still got good teams out there like the Jazz who improved significantly. They ain't going to go back down from a fight. I still don't think the Rockets, despite all the internal issues that are going on, they're not going to back down from a fight. The Trailblazers ain't going to back down from a fight. I don't know about the Thunder. I think the Thunder literally are going to be taking a step back. And guess what? They're going to be the Thunder of when Kevin Durant left them. When Kevin Durant, the year after he left to go to Golden State. They're going to be that team. Where Russell Westbrook has to put in all the work by himself now. And guess what? Who knows? Maybe in the future, maybe in the near future, we'll be seeing a possible Russell Westbrook wanting out of OKC. We might see that. We might see that. Because at the point, what can you blame him? He had Kevin Durant, and he had Paul George literally traded away from him. What is he going to do about that? I wouldn't blame Russell Westbrook either at some point in the season or maybe next year, next offseason. He demands a trade from OKC. Because guess what? He's going to be like, I can't live with this crap. I love OKC, Oklahoma City, but we had a Paul George. We got him in free agent. We signed him. And then you trade him away a year later. You know Russ is hot about that. And I'm not gonna be surprised if Russ asks for a trade. Also, one more thing before I get off this video and upload this to YouTube. For all those stupid media analysts saying it's a done deal, Kawhi's going to the Lakers, F you. Chris Broussard, Shannon Sharp, all the LeBron lover boys in the media. Yeah, you thought. 99% my ass. Folks, NBA fans, Clipper fans, the league just shifted. Now, this is going to be a pretty damn interesting league. A pretty damn good season. We're going to be in a roller coaster. This is Ken for 15. Signing out. Everyone, whether you're at, have a good night. Have a good night.